Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. We are continuing Inktober, and we are going to cover Frank Miller's Ronin Rising. It is a sequel to his Ronin book, done in black and white. It is art by him and Phillip Tan. It starts out with Phillip Tan. I think the dude bailed out, and Frank Miller um, ended up taking over. Frank Miller does provide the layouts for the entire thing. So even when Phillip Tan is drawing, it is Frank's layouts. So this is done in his new art style that I am so famously uh, don't like. But I do like Frank Miller. I really do. And I like Ronin. I have the collected issues. I also have the trade paperback that, or not really the trade paperback, it's a hardcover book that is done because this entire thing is drawn in and here you'll see that he does all the layouts, but he ends up taking over as the artist. John Workman is the letterer. I love me John Workman. And so this entire thing is done in double page spreads, and it started it out with this little prelude here. Oopsie. And this is I forgot her name. Her name will come up, but she was a survivor of the first Ronin here. Always the dreams. Always the same dream every time. Always the same every morning, every time, every damn time. Casey, that's her name. I knew it would come up. Casey, wake up. You're dreaming. And so, excuse me. This book is Frank Miller in 2024. I mean, it's all done with that kind of writing and that kind of art. So, um, just it's not it's pretty simple actually. I don't know. You'll see as we cover this thing here. So real quick, I before I continue, I for October I am trying to cover black and white issues, and so feel free to check that out. I have an Inktober playlist, and so anyway, shall I adjust the music, dear? Something a little more soothing. And Casey says, no, just leave me alone. By the way, this is Phillip Tan again, working off Frank Miller's layouts. Um, Here now, just breathe deep, my darling. I put a little something in the air. You'll sleep. And she says, no. No dreams this time. Not this time. And so Virgo chuckles. My skin crawls. And so um, Virgo says, Casey, Casey, Casey. Still awake. My goodness. That willpower of yours, I swear, it's positively inhuman. And Casey says, you're wrong all over the place, lady. I'm human as hell. And Virgo says, human, yes, but beautiful in your way nonetheless, and still of use, some of us for a time, as a tool. And so Casey says, so I'm a tool, huh? What's that make you, sister? And Virgo says, sister, in at last you say the word. Your memory serves us both well, sister. Your mind was designed to match the patterns of your own. You might call me repurposed clone of yourself. And man, very the way things are very futuristic. I like Ronin, so I was very eager for this. But I know that Frank Miller nowadays sort of doesn't give a shit. But I bought it anyway because I always have hope So I wasn't what's the word? I wasn't disappointed by this series. So only the first four were released digitally, though. It was really weird, but they ended up releasing the manga version here, which is what I have. Um, and so Virgo continues. Um, without all that flesh, of course. Oh, that soft, soft flesh, so easy to penetrate. There now. Wasn't that easy? And so, goodness gracious, right through the eye. Oh. You asked what I am. That's a very good question, sis. Every answer is very simple. I'm Virgo. I bring order, logic, order. This world, this entire planet is in chaos. I am the calm. All that lives, it writhes in agony. I am the balm. The very soul of things is sick. I am the remedy. Real quick, we're gonna cover this two books at a time. So it's a total of six. So we'll do the preludes, book one and two, and then so forth will go. At least that's the plan. We'll see how I we'll see how I feel, how long each it goes. So anyway, Virgo continues. Just keep breathing. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. She'll be fine. Planet Earth is going to be just fine. I'm making it so. Now tell me a story about that boyfriend of yours. And this is the Ronin from the first book. I don't want to tell her a damn thing, thinks Casey, but she rips what she wants straight out of my brain. She gets it all. And so Frank Miller is basically giving everybody a recap here. His lord and master is slain before his very eyes, under his very watch, stripped of all honor now. A cursed man, a fallen man, a nameless man, a shattered thing, a Ronin. He wanders this horrid wasteland, living like a dog, eating rats, sleeping in dung, fighting monsters, endless monsters, seeking redemption, seeking revenge, and finding it. Very 2000-ish Frank Miller, definitely. Sold. Oh, bold Ronin. I don't know what that word is. I apologize. Bold, sold. I don't know. Ronin cast off the leading weight of shame. Monsters. Sorry, feeding off monsters. Devil forged sword with his own noble blood, skewering them both. It was suicide. It was an execution. The blood sword feasted only two souls. Centuries pass, a sword is found, its strange energy field is detected, the tests are conducted, and all hell breaks loose. All hell, or the next best thing. Unspeakable evil bursts forth, unspeakable. And a hero goes for ages. Ronin, my Ronin, here and now, in our time, in our strange new world. A strange new war begins, and a great city falls, and we triumph. And I think that's the end of it. Fool that I am. Damn fool that I am. And so that was essentially our prelude. And so then we go to the first issue. Sorry here. So the covers are actually in the back here. So this version actually came coverless, which is pretty sad. But the version I bought actually has the covers, but because I'm using the digital version, I'm using the coverless. So this is book one. This is the regular cover by Phillip Tan, and then here is the Frank Miller cover that was the incentive cover. So done, of course, in the new style that I'm famous for hating. So we may only end up doing one book. We'll see. Like I said, some parts read fast, others are wordy. So Barely a breeze whispers across the old bricks of old New York. Barely breeze, and it's always a hot one. It's always hot. Everywhere, always. Casey, Casey, Casey. You just never stop, do you? And Casey says, you never stop either, Virgo. You never shut up. So here we have Casey, and this little kid is the Ronin's son. And so um, I don't know. I don't remember because I've only read this once. How far into the future from that book, from the previous book, we are at. So, try not to watch, Billy. There's nothing we can do for them. Nothing at all. Muffled screams, gurgled prayers to God, sickening stench of alcohol and feces, fed to the air as Virgo boils about the nutrients and sucks her victims dry. Virgo harvests, Virgo feasts. So you can see here that she's gathering people here. Um, so as I mentioned before, Frank Miller is doing the layouts. Phillip Tan is doing the art. And so the kid kind of starts to cry here, and Casey says, "Don't cry, Billy. Big boys don't cry. Huff. Now you're a big boy, so don't you cry." And he doesn't. He doesn't. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. This is part of the thing that Miller does. Did he? Is this a dog? Anyway, that Miller sort of does. It's a trope of modern Miller with just repeating certain things. I don't know why, but maybe to drive a point. But anyway, sorry here. Sea breeze blows in the pollen filled taste of spring. It almost makes me cry. We've lost so much. And so this guy's, forgive me in all our sins. Damned, we are damned. As Virgo grabs all these people here. And the baby kind of just says baby things. And Casey thinks here, I want to scream at him. Billy, this is not all there is. This is not the way it has always been. This is not the way it has to be. But the way things are. And this is your world, and I am not training a gentle spirit. I'm training a warrior. And she says, straight ahead now, be brave. And so, love this here in screen tones here. Um, he's just a big old monster. He's just a bad dream. Mortar crumbles at the rumbling cackle, then a voice like wet gravel. And so Casey and the child who has so very much to offer this trouble world. Love this. This actually is pretty cool here. And the alleys, end of the world, summer, humid, hot. My stomach's a bone cold ice ball. That, again, that voice, that ghastly voice. You will serve us well, yes. You both will serve us well. And so this is I forgot his name. I'm sure it'll come up. And here he is. Steady now. Still, stay still. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're safe, she thinks to the baby here. And great panel here. Woman, I am a benevolent lord who serves me well lives well, and they live long. But those foolish souls, those paltry souls, those tepid souls, those souls who defy me, they suffer pain beyond all imagining for all eternity. You and your child could be tools of destiny, or its sorry excrement here. And so you see Casey kind of on the move here. Which will it be, you little whore? Will you help usher in a new noble age or be eaten alive by it? And Casey says, pack it up, boy. You're going in. And so she means in here. So, um, man, let's go back here. Beautiful. This is very good Frank Miller's layouts are always gorgeous and on point. I just have a problem with a lot of his other stuff, but layouts have never really been one of them here. Billy, never forget, fear is the enemy. Fear is for losers. Fear gets you killed. Fear is the enemy. Move at it. Move through it. Fear is the enemy. And so, um, you can see her here, kind of moving about here. And the blade, it doesn't break. It cuts through bone and bone. Then at last, something soft, and you can see the creature roars in pain here. Arr! And then with a thunderclap, impertinent, spiteful whore, there will be no memory, not of you, not of your ancestors, not of your wretched offspring. And Casey's like, steady, darling. Hold steady. Hang tight. And so we continue here. And it's very funny that this would be kind of wide because Frank Miller is so good at vertical panels. So, one sure and simple twist of unforgiving steel, and hell's own screams rides gusher, and hell's lips kiss with acid kisses. And hell's voice burns a child's soul with sounds thoughts no soul should ever hear. And hell fires burns the nostrils and fills the choke uh and chokes the throat. Sorry about that here. So you can see the big gash on his head here. He's hurt. The demon takes it badly. Knocks us around like a kid swinging a bat of rocks. Woof. We land softly enough, nothing broken. Now comes the scary part. Just tell me you're ready for what's coming, kid. And the baby says, I'm ready, Ma. I'm ready for combat. And then she's got like a this is supposed to denote surprise. Says, when can you talk? And the baby says, since now. So what are you waiting for? I'm loving this plan of yours. Let her rip. And the demon's like, stupid wench. And Casey throws the baby in there. God forgive me. God save my dearest Billy. And with that, I lift the basket and heave my only child straight into the jaws of hell, into the warm place, a soft place, where no bone protects, where no bone protects. And so here he is in the mouth, and Billy's like huff huff. So Billy, I think, and I've read it this once, but I think he remember that the Ronin is a reincarnation of that oh my gosh, that psychic guy that was missing the legs. So um bad child, stupid child, your little needle does not sting, its paltry pricks do not wound, just as your mother's breathly sweaty pleas cannot deny from us our shared and sacred destiny. And so, Casey hears thoughts. Be brave, darling. Be smart. Be bold. Fear is the enemy. Fear is the enemy. And you can see him cutting through here. Still got that stink on me. Like, it'll never come off. In there. That's good. That's good. Keep stabbing until something bursts. And the creature falls down. And look at this. This is so amazing. This is actually super, super cool here. So the creature is done. It gurgles, it pops and growls, but it does not chuckle. It does not laugh. It does not speak. Pretty cool. Gases burst from out of the thing in a horrid sulfur and cyanide fart. And so uh it tries at last to speak, but it has nothing left to say. And Billy says, Mama, can you hear me, Mama? Mama, I killed him, Mama. I killed him dead. And I think we're going to stop here. So we're about at 20 minutes here. So I think it's a good place to stop. So we will only just do the first book now. We'll continue the rest. Give me something for Inktober. So Ronin II, Book 2, Number 1 by Frank Miller, writer and layouts, and Phillip Tan with the pencils and inks. Like and subscribe. I do thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.